They have those videos on there, and Chuck Norris's last video will break your heart. It's like he was a multimillionaire that advertised to sell products to keep him and his family what he felt safe and comfortable with make-believe money. All his videos should break your heart. If you're the Messiah, right? What the hell's wrong with these people? Why don't they stand up and live the Lord's Prayer? It's the only perfect love their children and grandchildren can inherit. Does it break your heart? Yeah, okay. Like and share my videos. I want to sell you drugs, personal injury lawyers, and all kinds of other crazy bullshit, right? So, it's I make a lot of these videos, I'll get feedback, when I say things, and he's talking to me or about me. If you think I am, then I am. If I'm not talking to you or about you, then I'm not. You are what, that whole commercial, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Okay, can you live the Lord's Prayer? No, then you can't, you're right. Okay, and that's all that matters, right? Selling Gatorade, selling basketball shoes, getting money to have sex with a selfish cow. Okay, that doesn't matter, right? All that matters is you're not gonna have a sad last video. Book of Malachi. It's not a sad last video. Okay. I have taught, I have shared faithful truth with my family, and they understand it and are humble and accept it. But the rest of the people in the world are going to crucify Jesus and turn him into Roman God, betray Muhammad for trying to redeem Jesus, and then we're going to have to wait until early bird shows up to correct all their devices that they use to mass murder us by trying to destroy the infinite truth of creation with their eternal wretchedness of invention. There you go. Okay. So, I know what I'm doing. I'm just a little tired. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but, we did the stuff. I'll get I know I still got to work on the stuff on the air conditioners. I'm going to pull that one. We'll get that float off, and then we'll try to pull that off and see if I got copper tubing piping to take that valve off there and put it on there. So hopefully, knock on wood, this is a NASA town, it won't leak, for another season or whatever. I don't know. Share, care, given accordance to need, built to last, right? And if NASA can't do that, I'm pretty sure that NASA's technology is going to expose them wide open, and if that doesn't work, then isolate, contain, and exterminate. Well, because it makes sense scientifically. And so, it's supposed to be supreme. Artificial general intelligence is supposed to be supremely intelligent, so quantum computing functions perfectly globally. So we're not a threat to our own planet. So, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 1 is me and you and her. And so all these commercials with these people, and, for the longest time, it was just basic. It wasn't always, no. Billy D. Williams used to make Lamont liquor commercials and shit, and it's this whole thing where they're advertising homosexuality as if it's acceptable to fuck yourself to death or have lots of sex and adopt children from people that are being mass murdered off the planet because you think money's real. So advertising's always sucked. It's not getting any better just because it makes you feel like you're more included in the genocidal propaganda, and you too can be Red Azalea. You've been fucked into idiocracy by yourself over tens of thousands of years by accepting idiocracy, and life is eternal and grace is infinite. Oh, yeah. Einstein said this, guys. Hitler's millions of the years in the making. Oh, same thing Jesus says in the Bible. Same thing that says in the Quran. Same thing they talk about with don't be a shinobi, and they turn it into Pokemon cards and fucking fortune cookies. Gosh, damn, you fuckers are dumb. And it's hard to have a coherent conversation with a human being, talking to them like they're a human being and not a trained animal for a circus. You do know you're a human being, right? You do know life's eternal, grace is infinite. You knew that ain't them dogs' real voices. There's no. In the story of Jonah, he don't get swallowed, but it's a dream. Okay? In the story of Job, there's not two guys, sitting up there like in the Hercules freaking Lou Ferrigno mill, and they're watching through. There's like a big water fountain well thing, and looking at what will happen. Do you think I'll bet you? And devil came up to heaven and said, "Hey, let's make a bet on Job." That's not what's happening. That's the way they write the book, because they're Roman wackadoodles. And you're a Roman wackadoodle, and it's because of your brain chemical activity through your family accepting irrationality to try to survive reality, because you lack the capacity to get up and be like Cochise and David. You're more like a mass murderer wants to get in the eyes house. Go, Custer, go, Custer. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. You're all excited when you get make-believe money from mass murderers that use money to make people susceptible to sexual crimes through crimes of opportunity. You get all excited. Yeah, it's $1,000 pyramid. It's the deal or no deal. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, man, that isn't all over 10. I mean, you fuckers are insane. And you refuse to accept the fact that you are. Well, AI, artificial general intelligence, ain't going to have a debate with you. It ain't going to argue with you. Quantum computing is going to be more intelligent than you. Okay? And so it's not going to sit there and say, we've been doing this for 10,000 years. Why stop now? I own you. And old Bobby Schuller over there, trying to sound really good, trying to sound really nice. As a man, you have spiritual authority over your family. Really? Even if you're Botox the rapist? Oh, you need to come to some kind of I need more money and I got to say the things right, sell the gospels. You need to come to a peace and honor with your parents. It says honor your parents. It doesn't say love them. So you need to go and come to a form of honor with them. No, if the guy raped your sisters and killed your mom and tried to get you to kill people and rape you, you don't go run to him, Dad, I gotta get this worked out with you so we can honor. No, you decide to yourself, I'm going to be nothing like that horrible human being. I know he raped my mother or found a way to get sex with her through tribal sex thing, and she felt she had to survive. I get that. But I realize I want to be like Lord Jesus Christ and the apostles, and I don't want to be like that fucking rapist anymore, and I can do this. And if I can't do it, Earl will do it for me on YouTube. And then the way to honor them, okay, is honor the soul and be like the Messiah, and don't be caught selling products on TV to act like a bitch to fuck like one, right? Because your defense is real weak. Yeah, sad but true. Yeah, Ted. Okay, do you understand? Get your shack yard on, okay? Don't act like a bitch post-apocalypse. I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so, right? See the whiskers on my chin? I like Stevie Wonder too. I swear I think I got that song. I just ain't heard it in a good month of Sundays and Guitar Go. I also have that song on my MP3, and I ain't had that in a good month of Sundays and Guitar Go. No, they play a lot of the same ones over and over again. I'm pretty sure I got Easy Come, Easy Go by, and I'm pretty sure I've got, on the blue one, I've got, and there's whiskers on my chin, and I'm pretty sure I'm a man. Yes, I'll go double check. We'll have to go write that down. We'll do a discount double check, and I'll sell insurance because I'm a moron. But I look forward to the days when we have a public domain, and when we have a little plastic thing that can, play. You can go in there and just go click, 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 and it goes doot, 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 because it doesn't have to transfer data through. Okay, someone's corrupting it. Okay, I gotta have money for it. Okay, this is happening, and it'll just go boop, boop, and because it's a song. It's very little amount of digital information, and with the technology the way we have it, it's just be able to go choop, 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 choop. And so I'm sitting there and I'm in my barn. Yeah. Oh wow, Spencer Davis Group. I'm a man. Yes, I am. Cool. All right, I like this song. Me too. Okay. It's fun. Let's cheer up. Okay. Hey! It's Easy Come, Easy Go by John Rodriguez. He's the Mexican Hank Williams. Yes, he is. Okay. Hey, that's Hank Williams. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. It sounds too blue to fly. The moon just went behind a cloud, and I'm so lonesome I could cry, right? So, opie dopey dope. No, I don't think that was a flagrant or whatever stuff. I think the kid just, they bumped into each other and the kid went down. I think a lot of these kids flop and fall down too easy. Me and Dad, they do that all the time. It's like, yeah, I hated hitting the floor. I did it too. I mean, if you had to, you did. But if you didn't have to, don't do it, right? It's a floor. It's your beautiful body. Get on the floor. I ain't fucking beating my body up for you and your money to fuck. Discretion is a better part of valor. Some people do anything to quote unquote win, and that's, oh, hey, you hustled. It's like, you're going to break your knee doing that. You're going to take all your skin off. Yeah, but I won. And it was worth it. Okay. Me, no, coaches just get mad at Treviso. They get mad at it too. Because when I'd save the ball, I wouldn't dive. Well, the big thing for me was, one, there's a wall there, or two, there's fans there. And you go drive in and hurt somebody in the crowd trying to dive in because coach wants you to be Mr. Hustle. I told, if I could, I was the type of person to run. Well, I have real amazing body control. And I would take it, turn around, pass it to one of my teammates, and then land and not hurt the cheerleaders. And I'm good to go. But if I think I'm going to go hustle and I could hurt somebody spectating to try to win the game for that asshole, he's not worth it. Hell no. Okay. And I would explain that to him. I do analytics and logistics on the fly faster than most assholes can pull their dick out of their own ass and say, give me money. It's real entertaining. I need to pay my bills, right? So you understand? Okay. I've made some for Dwayne from Tack Room Bible Cock, yeah. And I'm the guy like Jesus, yeah. And he thinks I'm this obnoxious, crazy fucking, yeah. Hear that, Jesus? You're an obnoxious, crazy fucker who wants us all to live the Lord's Prayer and not give Dwayne any money to go to the fucking bar. Okay? Yeah. Or buy cigars. Okay? Cuban cigars rolled on a Cuban woman's thigh. Yeah, they're fucking assholes. Yeah, they know. And they always get that. You know how people be like that? They'd be like, oh, Rockefeller hated them. Self-righteous hypocrites. He hated them. He said the thing about Parsons, with me is there ain't no self-righteous hypocrisy. I'm the dramatics, like I told Lim Ellen, I'm what you see is what you get. Yeah, I'm the gospel of the dramatics. Some people are made of plastic. Some people are made of wood. Some people have hearts of stone. Some people are up to no good. But baby, I'm for real. I'm as real can get. If what you're looking for is real loving, then what you see, anybody else like the dramatics, is what you get. And the rain, also a very good tone, yeah. I'm gonna go outside in the rain. May sound crazy. When the sun comes out and the rain has gone away, I know I'm gonna see a brighter day. It's a good tone, yeah. Anybody else? No? Public domain, boom, barn dance, pound. Dramatics! Ooh, the rain. Do the body up. Good tune. I like Keith Sweat's version of it. It's good, but the dramatics is better. You got all the harmonies, all the different, some people, and you got all the and the dude with the falsetto doing the, in the rain, may sound crazy. It's a really good tone. Yeah, but it up. Don't want to see me cry. It's a good tone, y'all. Back in the day when we were fucked in the head, we're not fucked in the head anymore. Do you wish you were fucked in the head again? I'm a brain chemical addict who felt powerful mass murdering people and manipulating with technology and money. Oh. Keep an eye on that one. Artificial general intelligence. Okay. Elon Musk robots. That one needs extra eyeballs on him. Okay. Her too. Alrighty then. Now we're having world peace. Everybody has a robot to make sure that they're not destroying the planet. No. That's excessive and compulsive and irrational behavior. Puts the entire planet, species, and solar system at risk. Okay, when you know something is fundamentally right and you know something is fundamentally wrong, you don't do that which is fundamentally wrong. Okay, we had to get to artificial general intelligence and quantum computing for these guys to go, oh, my head's up my ass. Damn, maybe we should have pulled it out in 2017. I would have really appreciated that. That would have been really nice. You made me a prophet. And I wasn't even trying to be. Mom had said you can't be. Yeah, everything you do to try to be prophetic, they're going to try to make you look pathetic by making it not. Yeah, but still, it still makes me prophetic. Well, I did it, man. I said in 8 months I can get myself in 10% body fat. Brad's pet from Thelma and Louise's body, great shape. And then one day you can pull your head out of your ass and you're what? And I done gone and done did that thing down all right. And I proved it. And everybody knows it. And if they don't know it, and if they act, he's lying, it didn't happen. Well, you're going to have to probably be killed at Roswell or, at the top security clearance places of all top security clearance places of all top security. Top security clearance? Okay, why do you need top security clearance? Okay, if you're living the Lord's Prayer, why do you need to hide in a place to make secret plans to mass murder people over not living the Lord's Prayer? Oh, and all you people that think you can sit there, oh, the Bible's a good book. Okay, the principal tenet of the Bible is obeying the Lord. And he said, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace, right? And how do you do that? Love your enemy. Oh, so if you mass murder your enemy over money, you're not obeying the Lord. And even though the Bible is flawed by mythology and genocidal operators, it still has the perfection in there. And artificial general intelligence and quantum computing is getting more intelligent than Machiavelli and Mein Kampf and Communist Manifesto and any of the rest of you philosophers who think you can philosophize your way out of the truth. Oh, you have a brain chemical addiction. Mm-hmm. Talented 10th. Mm-hmm. Philosopher Kings. You have a brain chemical addiction. A life is eternal and the grace is there and infinite. Where'd you gonna keep the Philosopher King's brain? In a box? It's a Cologuard box. In the Cologuard box. Guys, when you have chemical toxins and stress from chemical toxins, your body's going to have to process it. And where it does it, it usually goes through the digestive system and the colon, okay, and the prostate and the bladder and the kidneys, so forth. Okay, so when you keep doing that, shutting it down, and then the cancer cells try to humanely shut it down if it shows no hope of the river cleaning out, okay, and that's essentially, pretty much cancer. Yeah, the body is like an ecosystem. Okay? And a lot of times, when people die, it's not just the stress from the freeway or the alcohol or the drugs or the we got to make everybody's money, you got to do this. It's the eternal knowing that it's not going to quit. And, you can be either, they could drive because I want to win and I'm never going to win, or they can die because it's never going to stop and it hurts too much and I don't know if I can stop it from happening to my kids. So it can have numerous different. My mom, it was definitely, I can't stop it from happening to my kids. I'm just glad I died and didn't outlive any of my children, because my mom and my grandma did not like each other at all. And it hurt my mom that my grandma lost James and Donald. Okay. That she outlived two of her kids. My mom empathetically felt that would be horrible. All right, she lost her mom when she was 10. But to have kids and then have your kids die before you and live for years after your kids had passed away. And that's when old Amy, Earl, damn it, you're like the rest of your German fucking family. He's dead, Grandma. He's dead, And Amy would say that. She goes, when you guys say that to her, you can see her relive that horror and that loss all over again. So let her keep that. Just sit there and say, no, I haven't seen him, but I like Jimmy. He's a nice guy. No, if I see Donnie, I'll let you know. But I like Donnie, I know Donnie. He's funny. Okay. That's what you need to do, and it worked. Well, Amy just sympathized with her. She goes, you guys are all so fucking German. No, they're dead. Come to terms with reality. You can't just sit there and say, just let it go and just let her have that. But he's still alive. In her mind, he is. Okay. And I'm like, oh, that little Susie Bear, she's such a sweetheart in that way. It's like her mom, her mom, Janice, right? And Natty has that, and Emmy has that, and Buggy has that, and Noah has that, and Crummy has that. You can't take the whole out of them. You can't take little old sweetheart Janice out of them. Okay, little sister is Mama Gomez referred to her. Little sister does that. Sister does that. She has to. She's chubby and overweight, and people make fun of her and mean to her. Okay. So you have to have that, Shiloh. Emily had a imaginary friend she called Sarah. When the people were mean to her, made fun of her, and were abusive to her. Noah just kicked their asses. Noah just beat their ass. And all the teachers at school, we're so glad he has you as a dad, or other people would raise him to be, fucking the next white Mike Tyson, like the guy from Britain. Yeah. Hey, son, let's beat the shit out of all these guys at Fort Huachuca's kids and make lots of money doing it. Yeah. I'm like, no. That's unacceptable. I'm living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. All right, everybody's already dead. I already did, I didn't mean to kick that ass. Just like Ronnie said, you caught them all with their pants down, Barsons. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Just, love, love, love. Why'd you take so long to come to me? Love, like Pascal explained, guys. You only have a perception of what you think love is if you're not living a truthful life where you're capable of having, where people are faithful. Okay? So in the Gospels, and the wedding, not the Gospels, in the wedding vows, it says for richer or for poorer. And in the Gospels, it explains that wealth is true fellowship. So when richer is when, you go on the Hajj and all these people around believe the faith of Malachi and Jesus, right? And poorer, we're in Las Vegas and all these people will fight and kill over money. And it's an uncomfortable place. But that's okay because Dad is here. And Dad is the gracious good shepherd. You're the richest person in the world when you have true fellowship. You're the poorest person in the world when you're the only one that will stand up for the Lord's Prayer, and everybody else wants to deny you. The lowest of the low is the highest of the high, right? Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Nobody else like that. I know Christina Aguilera knows what I'm doing. That's Premier's Beats. I profess now, just because the words are manifest, they will take you, sedate you. Yeah. I remember when I was in my dorm room and at Pope Air Force Base. And that was the first time I ever heard, I saw that video. Yeah. I was like, who's this little short Malcolm X dude? I like this. Because most hip-hop I wasn't really down with. I liked Grandmaster Flash. Nucleus amused me, But for the rest of it, I was like, I liked the message, and I liked, White Lines saying don't do drugs and shit. But I was like, I just wasn't into the hip-hop because it was very narcissistic and shallow and, sexist and stupid, And so I was like, fuck, So, there's some decent hip-hop. Why can't somebody come out with some more decent hip-hop that you're like, oh, wow, I like this. I can listen to this. And then I was sitting there and you watch the OMTV raps and here comes Lil Malcolm. Put up a peace sign and please sign. We're feeling good. We could, we should, we would. Stop. Think for a moment, okay? And now sway. And I'm like, I like this, brother. And I like the horns in it because I thought the lyrics were triumphant, man. I was like, yeah, this is good. We forward in this generation triumphantly. It was back in the day when I wasn't tribal. I was very protective of people You know, I don't like people trying to be bred off the face of the earth by one egomaniac trying to do it with another. And that's the way you always is you know, two assholes are fighting over fuck money, and well, he's the worst asshole, like those two idiots fighting in the parking lot when Emily and Kate were in the car and I broke them up. Todos es hermano, see? No, he ain't nobody's brother. He's a fucking asshole. Hey, he's a fucking asshole. He ain't nobody's brother. Like, okay, well, y'all about ready to both get fired from your jobs and your place of employment and get incarcerated. So just take it home and try to, you know, think better for the next day, you know. So, shit. Damn. Hi, I'm the spirit of King David. I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, July 19th, 1966, to a man named Raphael, or Ralph, Raphael in Latin, and to a woman named Mary. And there's stories and lots of stories that throughout all the stories and the different gospels to correlate it beyond any reasonable doubts. If you have any reasonable doubts, you're a selfish idiot that would hurt all mankind just to try to enforce his perception or her perception of belief on everybody because you've got ego problems. Okay, guys, I love you very much. I'm just going to keep working on this here stuff till I get the artificial general intelligence and quantum computing working just right on living that Lord's Prayer hasta aquí es más rápido as soon as possible. Okay.